Yo, 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 welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah! And today, I'm going to be doing a showcase of my Dynamorphia deck profile. I took it to locals to see how it would do. I didn't do as well as I wanted to, but that's just mainly because I wasn't used to playing the deck. I did actually do pretty alright against the Sprite deck that was playing totally awesome. He was actually kind of struggling a little bit in some areas, but he ended up beating me anyways. But it was still a fun duel, and his deck is actually really fun to play. So I'm going to do a showcase of it. And also, this is not a Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah video unless I have some openings. And we're going back to my first videos with some more Legendary Duelist Season 3. Maybe I'll pull Magician Souls. I just picked these up today. Figured I'd give it as some bonus content at the end. And I will actually put a timestamp in the description so you can actually skip to that if you actually want to see the opening instead. So we're going to get started with this. Put my extra deck over here. And of course we got Kaiba. That's going to match our Ghost from the Past Second Haunting because it's got Blue Eyes White Dragon, so you got to have Kaiba in front of it. Okay, let's go. And we'll start with the monsters today. And I'll show you what I'm running. And of course, it's not Dynamorphia unless you're running 3 Dynamorphia Diplos. He's used as pretty much fusion fodder for me, you know, in the deck. And he's got some other useful effects as well. Yeah, I can do some burn damage. And that's kind of useful too as well whenever, you know, let's say my opponent needs to take some damage and they're down on their last life point as well, you know, considering the fact that this deck requires limited life points to actually operate. And we're going to go into 3 Theresia, of course. You can't get your traps without her. And as soon as you lay her on the field, get your traps so you can use them as for fusion summoning and, you know, fusion summon back out of the deck again. Or in your hand, or the field whenever you do use those traps. And that's why she's so useful, to get those useful traps that you actually need. And here's another card that's actually pretty useful. It's something that I haven't seen many Dynamorphia people play, but actually I haven't seen anybody running this, at least in the videos that I saw of these deck builds that I've seen. So, Lord of the Heavenly Prison. And this card's actually pretty awesome because anytime I have a trap card on the field, I can reveal him from my hand, and if I activate any trap card or spell, or even if my opponent activates traps and spells, he gets special summoned to the field, so you get an automatic 3,000 defense and attack beater on the field, which is freaking awesome. So you can read his effect there if you want to. But yeah, pretty much this is a pretty good card. And it also keeps my spells and traps protected for a turn while he's revealed before he's special summoned too, so my opponent can't, you know, beat him up or beat up my spells and traps. But I can actually just use this to keep him in my hand and not special summon him, keep revealing him. Maybe, I think you can do that to protect all my spells and traps. Correct me if I'm wrong if I can do that multiple times. I can't remember. I have to look at them again. I'm still getting used to memorizing some of these cards because I haven't played this deck much. It's completely new to me. And I got Ash Blossoms and Effect Veilers here. So, and also this, only because I didn't have a third Ash Blossom, I'm running Ghost Belle. But 2 Effect Veilers, you will see why I'm running him. Not only it's just good to have a hand trap to kind of stop my opponent from doing stuff and, you know, kind of like putting a hamper on their plans. So it's pretty useful to have him. And also there's a reason because I use him for some synchro summons and also on top of doing a link summon that I will showcase as well. And we have Ash Blossom Joy Springs, of course, and then the Ghost Belle, you know, hand trap. Can't really run a good deck without hand traps, especially in this meta here. And we will go into the next main parts of our deck, our trap cards. And I'm running 3 Solemn Strikes, so I can negate my opponent's special summoning so they can't go into their Synchro Link monsters. And it is 1500, so this can be dangerous. But if I run with Stealth Birdia, which is in this deck, which is a fusion monster that I'm running as well, that I'll show you, I don't take any damage regarding spells and traps for anything in regards to using it as cost. So it's not really that big of a deal. I need Solemn Judgments. I just don't have any. So I will get some of those soon and see how I work that into my deck as well. And of course, Dynamorphia Frenzy. And this is what I use to get Rexstrom out. and he's pretty much the first dude I get out. And when I use Therizia, or if I get my traps with Therizia, this is the first card I go to, because he's just the best fusion out of this entire deck in general. And we're going to go into our next set of trap cards, which is going to be Dynamorphia Domain. And this does basically the same thing as Frenzy, except it's not, you can do it during a main phase, just not your opponent's main phase. And also on top of the fact that you can get pretty much any of your fusion monsters except for Rexstrom out. And on top of that, you can do from your deck hand, of course, and field, just the same as Frenzy. But Frenzy is mainly just to get Rexstrom out, because it's just the only and best way to get him out. Because he uses one fusion monster as a material that's from the extra deck. You can't do from the extra deck with Domain. Dynamorphia Brute, destroy one card on the field and destroy one monster I control. So he's got good synergy with Dynamorphia Therizia and Diplos and their graveyard effects, as well as when getting destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can activate that. And then you got Dynamorphia Sonic. Dynamorphia Sonic, I can negate my opponent's spells and traps, and that is a very useful card. This gets me out of a lot of pinches. I'm thinking about maybe running 3 of these. And then we got Dynamorphia Alert. And Dynamorphia Alert here, it's basically my monster reborn of the deck. I can get one, up to two, because it's better than Monster Boy. You get 2 Dynamorphia monsters level 8 or less. So it's pretty useful. Sacrifice half my life points for that, but it don't matter because this whole deck is revolving around my life points being low. That's why we run Hope for Escape. And for every 2,000 difference there is from my opponent's life points, I actually get to draw a card, which is awesome. So I can draw maybe up to 3 cards. That's just broken, dude, in this deck. This card is broken in this deck. But you pretty much get everything you need in this deck right off the bat, which is kind of crazy about it. But, like my hand traps, synchros, a lot of my other monsters that are useful, it'll get me into them pretty fast. And Dynamorphia Shell, we'll run one of these. I get a 3,000 defense monster to the field, and he's level 10. And I can actually synchro with a particular monster that I will show you with Effect Veiler, which is why I'm running him, because he's a level 1. And that's one of the reasons why I got Effect Veiler and Evenly Matched. I kind of just got this card in here due to the fact of, it just kind of gets me out of a pinch as well with this card, because let's say they take everything out on my side of the field somehow. They just wipe my board. They shuffle everything back in my deck. All those different crazy effects. I can use this card to kind of counteract that, to kind of bring balance back into the game and banish his cards. And magics. Of course, we are going to run 3 Fossil Digs, because Fossil Dig will get out my Therizia and my Diplos. And you want to get to them as fast as possible. Some people run 2, but I think it's just best to run 3. Run 3 flat out, because you want to get into these cards as effectively and fast as possible. And even if you have these in your hand and this, it's no biggie, because that's just an extra monster you can just fusion off of. I mean, that's another Rexstrom. That's another Self-Birdia, It's very awesome. You just get more on the board. That's what I think when it comes to that. 3 Pot of Duality, of course. Immediately get into my cards a little bit faster. It doesn't matter if I can't special summon, because generally you're bleeding a lot of traps first turn. You got Pot of Duality in your hand. You get more of the cards you need. You're not going to special summon, because most of this isn't special summoning until your opponent's main phase, or with Domain next turn, or your opponent's main phase. It still works that way too as well. To where you get your fusion monsters in field, because mostly you get these during your opponent's turn whenever they're doing things. Or vice versa. Or activate before you activate Pot of Duality. It's your main phase 2 main phase 2. And also 1 Pot of Prosperity. I do not have more than 3. I only have 1. But I have another card to kind of compensate for this. I don't want to run Extravagance, because I don't like the idea of banishing cards from my extra deck that I don't know that I'm banishing. I don't like the randomness of it. It's too much of a risk to me. But that's why I'm running 1 Upstart Goblin. This pairs well for this deck very well. Because my opponent gets life points, and that keeps their life points higher than mine. Because then that allows me to go in, increase my monster's attack, or allow my other fusion monster's attack to be higher. And I'll show you what monster that'll be, because my life points are going to be lower, and a lot of my trap effects and whatnot, so that I can, go direct attacks or maybe attack another monster, and that life point difference between those two monsters is, a lot higher than them just gaining a random 1,000 life points, which makes it negligible for them in comparison. And when called by the grave, because you got to stop those hand traps, of course. And a Harpy's Feather Duster for back row. I just like it. Way better than running Twin Twisters, to me, in my opinion. I mean, I could run one Twin Twisters and Harpy's Feather Duster, but I like the old school cards anyways. I just like running something that's older, that's kind of based off the older formats, that used to be a banned card, now it no longer is, and it's pretty awesome. And then one Forbidden Droplet. This will be useful, kind of probably gets me out of the pinch. I can pair it with my Dynamorphic monsters, so that I can destroy one of my Dynamorphic monsters and pop off one of the effects that they have as well, I believe. And, you can't go wrong with Forbidden Droplet, that's for sure. A lot of people are going to be running it now that it's only like $20. And we will be going into our extra deck here. And I will demonstrate here, or show you, my cards I got. I will show you my fusion monsters first. And 3 Stelperdias, if that's how you say it correctly. Very useful card. Because it's basically takes away to where I don't take any damage from any of my trap cards if my life points are low 2,000 or less. And I can also give burn damage to my opponent. If their opponent activates a card effect of one of their monsters, their attack actually does damage to them, and will take them out if they got low life points or whatnot. It's a very useful card. And also it's got some graveyard effects too as well. I get a Dynamorphia level 4 or lower monster from my graveyard to the field, which is freaking awesome. And also 3 Kentriginas. That's what I was talking about when I had Upstart Goblin, because if my life points are lower than my opponent's, her attack actually goes up. So, well, it doesn't go up, it gets closer to that 4,000 mark right there, because you don't want to really have her on the field when your life points are high, because it kind of leaves her vulnerable. But she has some good effects, and some of her effects, I'm already paying half my life points, and I can get more Dynamorphia trap cards from my deck using that effect anyway, so I kind of get to where I need with her regardless. And of course, the beast, Rexstrom. He's hard to take out, because if you attack him, I have a quick effect to where I can have their attack as they attack me, and as the cost of paying half my life points, which isn't a big deal, because you'll always have 1 life point, and you'll always have a half a life point. Every time you sacrifice half, you're going down and just fractioning down. Basically, there's no limit, honestly. That's what makes this deck pretty freaking fun to play. And I can special summon 1 level 6 or lower Dynamorphia from my graveyard too as well. So that's a useful effect. So I can even get Stelperdia back from the graveyard if something happens using his quick effect. Okay, now we're going to go into our synchros. This is an idea of a person that traded me these cards at the local that I was at. And I was running some other cards that just weren't as good, and I was using mostly as fodder. But these guys here, 2 dragons, I can go off my Diploses or my Theresias that are on the field if I get them brought back to the field using, some of the graveyard effects, or some of the effects to get monsters back from the graveyard for my fusion monsters. And, I can detach 2 materials, negate the summon the activation, and destroy a card. It's kind of like a Solemn Judgment in a way on the field.
And then you got, when a monster effect is activated quick effect, you can detach one material from this card, negate the activation. So I can negate the activation of the card, and if I do, destroy that monster. So I can stop monster effects, negate those things, and just take 2 of my level 4s off the field to actually get one of these bad boys on the field. And they're not bad attack monsters. I mean, there's some little they're like little miniature beat sticks here. 2300 attack, freaking cool. And I will showcase here, we got Relinquished Anima. This is why I run Effect Veiler, or one of the other reasons why I run Effect Veiler. Relinquished is awesome because you can suck up your opponent's monster, and I can use that to tribute, so I can send their cards to the graveyard. Very handy card to get out of a pinch. Just throw it down, link 1, go into them, and boom, take my opponent's monster. And then I got another link monster here. Is going to be Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. She has some really good negate effects, 3000 attack. Very difficult to get on the field, but it's possible with this deck because you can get a lot of these fusion monsters on the field pretty fast. I can get a lot of my my Dynamorphia monsters like Therizia and Diplos on the field pretty easily using other effects of my other cards. So yeah, I got this in here. I've used it online and got her out on the field before, so it's possible, and I can be pretty semi-consistent with it if I get in the right situation. And my next extra deck monster, or my last extra deck monsters, are going to be this guy, Psychic End Punisher, of course. This guy is awesome because I think it's banish, right? Yep, I can banish cards on the field by sacrificing 1,000 life points, and that also further reduces my life points. But when my life points are low because of the effects of my other cards in my deck, this dude can increase his attack. I think it's by the difference in the life points. Yes, it is the difference, and he just becomes monstrous. He can basically go up to any high level attack possible. It's pretty awesome. So that's why I just always wanted to run this card. I wasn't able to in the past. Now I can, and I got a deck around it, and I can't wait to get a little bit better with this deck, and I'm thinking this deck's going to do a lot better than what it did in the past when I was actually at my locals. So that is it for the deck profile, and I was just excited to show you guys my first deck that I got built here at Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, and I'm going to be going into the box opening, guys. Just 1 second. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah! Here's our Legendary Duelist Season 3, as I promised you for my opening as bonus material and content. Because it is Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah video, and we do openings. And I wanted to try to see if I could pull some Magician Souls today. Probably won't. That card is so short print. I've done so many of these, I can't even get Magician Souls. But we'll give it a try and see what we get. Maybe, I still haven't got the Dark Magician Girl dice either. And I've been working on my Dark Magician deck. It's not together yet, but there's some key cards I still need to obtain. I do have one, Dragoon. Luckily, he's so cheap now, I was able to get him on a trade with another card that was worth around the same amount of money. But this card was like, I think it's like $60 or something before the reprint came out. But yeah, this is the Megaton edition. I'm so happy to finally have him. Now, I know he's not like as scary as he was before, you know, compared to today's formats, but you know, I think he's still a usable card, and I think you can still do some damage with him. So we're going to get up to these openings, and I hope you enjoy it. And of course, what we got today is something to come in to open these boxes, because you see that cellophane, you got to open it up. And what are we going to use to open up this cellophane? The big old knife. Come on in with the big old knife, opening up my boxes. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot. We do get our promos as well out of this. So hopefully I get some Soul Servants, which would be awesome. There's another card. Found these guys at Walmart. I'm surprised they're still going around, but they are. And packs. What dice did we get? Boom, Dark Magician. We're actually going to open up the other box, and we're going to bring it in with us as well. Here, let's open them up. Big old knife. Not just any knife.
It's a big old knife. If I can get the cellophane, I'm using a knife and I still can't seem to open the boxes. I'm not very skilled at opening things, apparently. And I don't want to see my promo. I want to surprise myself and as you guys as well. I want to surprise you. Here's our other promo and our other 2 packs. And, oh, guess what, guys? Boom! We finally got it. We got the rare, hard to find Dark Magician Girl dice. Yes. This dice is not listed on the back. As you can see, it's the only one not listed because it's the secret dice. It's the secret rare dice. Yes! I can't believe I pulled it. Can't wait to... I wonder if that'll become a collector's item or something. I don't know what they go for. And our other last 2 packs of Legendary Duelist Season 3. And we will go, and what is our promos today? Let's see what we got. We have Harpy's Pet Dragon, Fearsome Fire Blast. That's pretty cool. I don't have this card yet. And our second promo is Soul Servant! Yes! Yes! I was just talking about it, and we got Soul Servant, and it is slightly bent. Wow, thanks. But oh well. Form, I guess, function over form. So, I guess buyer beware a little bit here. You gotta watch out for them cards coming in dent. I mean, this is not a cheap card, really. I don't really know how much it is now, but it's worth some money. Not easy to get. Okay, and luckily, Magician Souls is actually in the packs if you do get it. When I looked it up, so you get the ultra rare like colored prints and stuff, which is pretty cool. So we'll see if we pull them. That'd be awesome if I can get them. I'll be so happy. And then I finally have 2 Magician Souls. All right. Spirit Message A. Earthbound Immortal. Puppet Parade. Forgot like the number of ultras you get in here. Predaponics. The Sangan. Ooh, yes, nice ultra rare Sangan again. Now I got 4. And Destiny Board F. Illusion Magic. Zhao Jin the Spiritualist. Spirit Message I. Oh, yes. Look at that. That's awesome. Apprentice Illusion Magician. I didn't even know she was in here. I already have this card, but it's pretty nice to have another one. Oversoul. Another Earthbound card. Performer Pal Celestial Magician. I gotta remember what cards I get in Magician Robe, of course. Okay. Well, it seems we get 2 ultras. And we get 1 super. Now that we know. Or now that I remember. Because I completely forgot. So, these are our ultras. Here's our supers. We have 3 more packs to go. Legendary Duelist Season 3. Oh, yeah. Alright, some Evil Hero stuff. Okay, you've seen that. You've seen that. Yep, Gimmick Puppet. Another Spirit Message. And Chaos Command Magician. I got one of these guys already. It's pretty cool. Now I got 2. I don't know what he's going for, though. I haven't looked. Old school card. Old school card. And another Predaplast. Hero Signal. Dark Spirit. Dark Calling. Dark Magical Circle, not really the card I really wanted to pull. But I guess it's Satellite Warrior. Well, this is strange. Why are we getting 3 ultras? Last time we didn't even get that many. I guess they just kind of vary. Oh, I guess they're all ultra. I couldn't see the lettering on it, actually. It's just very dark. So they're all ultras. But yeah, here's the rest. Secrets of Dark Magic Circle. Or Dark Magic. It's a useful card for Dark Magician deck for getting out a lot of the monsters. And yep, you got him. Okay, let's go into. This would actually be our next box. So I'm gonna go onto him. Just
pack here. I'm bad at opening these packs. I know there's better ways. I need to do it the better way. Alright, Ultimate Earthbound Immortal. Sins of Doom, Quick Draw and Seacron. Ugh, didn't want to see him. Another Apprentice Illusion Magician. Wow, I'm pulling 2 of these. I didn't pull any of these in the last time I was pulling these, opening these boxes. Okay, 3rd card. Acel Synchron, and our Evil Hero Lightning Golem is our last ultra rare. These are your Rod. Yeah, I've got a bunch of them. And our last pack today is going to be opened. Actually, we'll see if we can open these the better way. Yep, the better way of opening them. Damaged cards. Hopefully we get Images and Souls. I'm not hoping on it. You know, it is like a rare, like, what, $30 card. Archfiend Empress. Not what we're looking for. And our next Ultra is Junk Converter. Oh, not Junk Converter. Man, yes! We did it, guys! We pulled Magician Souls! How did I do this? Look at this! Look! Here's your comments. Wow! Okay, I am stoked and happy. This is probably the best opening I've had so far. We're gonna get Magician Soul. We're gonna get Soul Servant out here as well, and we're just gonna kind of get a look and showcase. Look at this. 2 of the cards that I wanted. Look at this luck. Magician Souls and Soul Servant. I almost want to go back and buy those other boxes because a lot of times they have duplicates of stuff. Wow, look at this. Magician Souls and Soul Servant. This card is like pretty much, it's $30. It's not cheap. I didn't get one of the lettered prints, but honestly, I prefer the gold print. It's really nice. Now I have 2 of them, and I get another Soul Servant for my deck. This is so awesome. I am happy. I can so much closer to finishing my Dark Magician deck. I just need 2 more of these bad boys, and I'm good to go. And here's our last secret rare here. It's a pretty cool card. I don't have it yet, but it's good to have. And, of course, wow, look how lucky we were. And we got the Dark Magician Girl dice. I mean, think of that luck. We got the rare Dark Magician Girl dice. You cannot find it. You can't get this easy. It's hard to pull because I did so many boxes and I didn't pull it once. And I actually got it. I'm happy. Guys, I hope you enjoyed my deck showcase. I hope you enjoyed my my pulls. This makes for good content, and it makes for good happiness for me. Thanks for coming and watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah! Kaiba says goodbye and enjoy your day.